They'd always put me to bed, and I always had a good night's sleep with these. She was a very funny character. I hope you find the same comedy and joy as I read these to you. Okay, let's begin with the first page. It's not long, but it's not short either. It's just the right amount. Let's start with the first page. Oh, sorry. Chapter 1. My brand new, different name. That's what I would like to know. Daddy shook his head. I don't know. This doesn't really sound like a good idea to me, he said. I did a frown at that guy. So dramatic, but I love it. Why, Daddy? How come? How come it doesn't sound good? Well, for one thing, it's much too long, he said. No one will be able to remember a name as long as that one. I tapped on my chin. I said, Then all of a sudden, my whole face got happy. Hey, I got it. I got the answer. After that, I zoomed to my room and I got some paper. And I zoomed right back again. A name tag. We will make a name tag, I said. That way, people can read my new name and they won't even have to remember it. I gave the paper to Mother. Write it down. Write my new name on this paper. Then we can pin it right on my clothes. Mother did a frown at Daddy. Way to go, Ace, she said, kind of mumbly. After that, she wrote my new name on the paper, and she pinned it to my PJs. I danced all around the floor. Pinky Gladys Goodsman. My name is Pinky Gladys Goodsman. I sang real joyful. Mother and Daddy didn't say any words. They just kept on looking at me. Finally, Daddy got up from the table. Well, gotta go, he said. I've got an appointment to get a haircut. Mother sprang out of her chair. She grabbed Daddy by his shirt. Oh, no, you don't. You can't, she said. I have an appointment to take Ollie to the doctor this morning. Remember, if you need to get your hair cut, you're going to have to take you-know-who with you. I tapped on her. Goodsman, I said. The name is Pinky Gladys Goodsman. Daddy ran his fingers through his hair. Then he did a big sigh and he told me to hurry and get dressed. I jumped way high in the chair. Hooray, I shouted. Hooray, hooray. Pinky Gladys Goodsman is going to the barber shop with her daddy, and she really enjoys that place. After that, I twirled and twirled all over in the kitchen. Only too bad for me, because I accidentally twirled into the refrigerator and the stove and the dishwasher. I got knocked on the floor. My head made a loud clinking sound. I felt it real carefully. Good news, I said. No damage. After that, I jumped up and I ran to get dressed for the barber shop. I realize there's no pictures in this book, so I think I'm just going to read it straight to you. Chapter 2, Meeting Maxine. Me and Daddy drove in the car a real long time. It was not that enjoyable. Are we there yet? How come we're not there? Are we lost? Daddy, did you lose us? I asked. Just then, Daddy pulled into the parking lot. Hey, we're there. I hollered, very thrilled. I looked through the window. Yeah, only there's a problem. I don't even recognize this place, 'cause this is not your regular barber shop. Daddy got me out of my seatbelt. This is a different barber shop, he explained. Someone at work recommended it. Only it's not an actual barber shop. It's more what you call it, well, okay. It's a beauty shop. My eyes got big and wide at that guy. A beauty shop? Oh boy, 'cause I love beauty shops, even more than barber shops. I jumped up, down, and all around. Hey everybody, my daddy is going to a beauty shop. My daddy is going to a beauty shop. Shh, Junie B, please, said Daddy. You have to be on your best behavior in this place. I mean it. No acting crazy. I smoothed my jacket very proper. Yeah, only I don't even know what you're talking about, I said. I never acted crazy in my whole entire career. After that, I skipped very happy through the beauty shop door. There was a lady behind a counter. Her face had big, shiny red lips on it. Name, please, she said. Robert Jones, said Daddy. I stood on my tippy toes. Yeah, only he has other names too, I told her, 'cause some people call him Bob, and some people call him Bobby. Plus, today, my mother called him Ace. The lady looked over the counter at me. And what is your name? She asked. I quick took off my jacket and showed her my name tag. Pinky, I said. My name is Pinky Gladys Goodsman, 'cause I just thought of that cute name this morning, and it is adorable, I think. And here's Junie B talking to the lady over the counter with her big red lips. Next page. The lady looked funny at me. She didn't ask any more questions. Pretty soon, a different lady walked up, and she shook my daddy's hand. Hello, I'm Maxine, and I'll be cutting your hair today, she said real nice. My eyes popped right out of that woman, 'cause she was wearing a name tag just like me. Maxine, hey, Maxine, look down here. I have on a name tag too, I hollered. Maxine ruffled my hair. Pinky Gladys Goodsman, huh, she said. Well, Pinky Gladys Goodsman, since you're already wearing a name tag, I guess that means you should be my helper today. Yes, I yelled, 'cause I already know how to be a helper, on account of sometimes I help my Grandpa Miller fix stuff, and last week we fixed the upstairs toilet, and I got to touch that big ball that floats on top. Maxine laughed. Wow, a helper with plumbing experience. This must be my lucky day, she said. After that, she holded my hand, and me and her took Daddy to the sink. Then Maxine washed Daddy's hair, and she let me hold the fluffy towel. I held it real tight in my arms. Look, Maxine, look at me holding the fluffy towel. See how good I'm doing? I'm not even letting it touch the floor. Only too bad for me, because just then my nose got some itchy fuzzies on it, and I started to sneeze. Achoo! I sneezed right into the fluffy towel. It was soft as a feather. That's how come I wiped my itchy nose on that softy thing. Plus, also, I blowed a teensy bit. Maxine made a face. Yeah, only you don't have to worry, 'cause I'm not even contagious, I told her. Then I gave her the fluffy towel to dry Daddy's hair, but Maxine said, no thank you, and she dried Daddy's hair with a different fluffy towel. After that, all of us went to her giant spinny chair. Hey, I love this kind of chair. I said real excited. I climbed up there, zippity quick. Spin me, spin me, spin me, I hollered. Daddy leaned close to my ear. His face did not look pleasant. Get down, he whispered, very chilling. I got down. Maxine patted my head. She gave me a broom. It was big and wide. Here, helper. You can sweep your daddy's hair as I'm cutting it, she said. Yes, I said back, 'cause I'm excellent at this appliance, I believe. After that, I held the broom real tight in my hands, and I ran up and down the floor. Look, Maxine, look at me sweeping. See me? See how fast I am? And here's Junie B with Maxine, sweeping, sweeping, sweeping. Okay, let's begin. Only too bad for me, 'cause just then a lady didn't get out of my way, and she walked right in front of my big wide broom, and her feet got swept. Ow, she hollered. Ow, ouch, ow. Daddy ran over and snatched my broom away, 'cause I wasn't the helper anymore, apparently. After that, he gave Maxine lots of dollars, and he took my hand, and me and him rushed right out of that place. Chapter 3, Practicing. Daddy drove me in the car. I kept sniffling in the air. You smell like a lovely woman, I said. Daddy wasn't that friendly. It's the hair gel, he shouted. He grouched. I sniffed some more. I love that smelly hair gel, I said. Plus, also, I love sweeping and holding the fluffy towel. And so maybe I might be a beauty shop guy when I grow up. Wonderful, said Daddy. I know it is wonderful, I said. And here's another wonderful thing. I already have a name tag and a towel and a broom and some scissors. And so I am all set to go to work, probably. Just then, Daddy pulled the car to the curb. No, Junie B, no. You not all set to go to work, he said. You don't just pick up some scissors and start cutting hair. Do you understand? Working in a beauty shop takes years and years of practice. Yeah, only I already know that, I said. I already know it takes years and years of practice. Years and years and years, said Daddy. I did a huffy breath at him. I already told you. I know that, I said again. After that, I leaned in my seat. I think about the years and years of practice. Finally, I did a big sigh. I would have to get started right away. Daddy pulled the car into our driveway. I ran inside my house, zippity quick. I'm home, I hollered. I'm home from the beauty shop. Mother ran out of baby's Ollie room. Shh, I just put your brother down for a snap, she said. I stood there for a minute, 'cause that woman just gave me a sneaky idea, that's why. I did a fake yawn. I need a nap too, I think, I said, 'cause that beauty shop got me all tired out. I walked to the bedroom. Well, nighty-night. Don't let the bed bugs bite, I said. Mother followed me. Her face looked suspicious. Suspicious is the grown-up word for I think you might be fibbling. Whoa. Hold on there a second, said Mother. I thought you hated naps. I do, I said. I do hate naps, but today I worked at the beauty shop and that job got me pooped out, I tell you. After that, I closed my door and I got under my covers. Mother peeked in at me. I did a fake snore. Then I waited and waited till she closed the door again. I stayed in bed until it was safe. Then finally, I tippy-toed to my desk and I opened the top drawer real quiet. I searched my hands all around that thing. Then all of a sudden, my heart got very bumpy because my hands felt what they were looking for. And their name is my bestest shiny scissors. Now, with those scissors, that means chapter 4, snip, snipping, snipping. I opened and closed my shiny scissors real fast. Now I can start my years and years of practice, I whispered, very thrilled. I skipped to my bed where my stuffed animals sit, because I needed volunteers, of course. Who wants to go first? I asked my animals. Who wants to get their fur trimmed at my beauty shop? My bestest elephant named Philip Johnny Bob raised his foot. I do, he said. I hugged him very tight, 'cause that guy is always a good sport. That's why. I picked him up and put him in my beauty chair. I sat him on lots of pillows so he would be tall. Then I kept looking and looking at his fur. Yeah, only there's a problem, I said. Your hair is made out of softy gray velvet, and softy gray velvet is short and smooth, and so I can't even trim you. Philip Johnny Bob did a sigh. I patted his head and put him back on the bed. Just then, I accidentally stepped on something. I looked on the floor, and guess what? It was my slippers that looked like bunnies. Us, trim us, they said real squealy. Hey, yeah, 'cause you have the beautifulest long white hair fur I've ever even saw. And so you guys will be perfect, probably. Oh no. I quickly picked them up and put them in my beauty chair. After that, I skipped all around them, and I snipped their long white fur. I sang a lovely song. It is called Snipping, Snipping, Snipping Their Long White Fur. It was the funniest fun I've ever had. After I got done, I held them up to my mirror so they could see themselves. They did not smile. We're baldies, they said real soft. I did a big breath at those guys. Yeah, only I already knew you were all baldies, but that's not my fault, 'cause you kept wiggling while I was trimming you, I said. I petted their heads very nice. Don't worry, I whispered. And here's Junie B. They're baldies, bunnies. Okay, on with the story. Because bunny fur probably grows back. Probably. I'm almost positive. Sort of. Then I hugged him real gentle and I threw them under my bed. Because I didn't want Mother and Daddy to see them. That's why. After that, I got in bed and did a sigh. This job was going to take more practice than I thought. And chapter 5 we go. Teddy and Tinkle. My bunny slippers didn't grow their fur back. I peeked at them the whole entire week. Only no fur grew at all. Not even a teensy fuzzy. On Monday at school, I didn't feel like playing at recess. My bestest friend named Grace put her arm around me. "What's wrong, Junie B?" she said. "How come you don't want to play today?" I hanged my head real glum. "'Cause bunny fur doesn't grow back, that's why," I said. "Only, who knew? And so now, I can't be a beauty shop guy when I grow up, probably." And that was my hopes and dreams. That Grace's eyes got big and wide at me. "Hey, me too," she said. "Being a beauty shop guy is my hopes and dreams, too. My Aunt Lola owned her very own beauty shop, and she already said I could be a shampoo girl." Just then, my other bestest friend, named Lucille, started ruffling her fluffy hair. "When I grow up, I'm going to be a client," she said. "A client is a person who goes to the beauty shop and spends a small fortune." She took a little brush out of her purse and she started brushing her hair. She took out a little brush out of her purse and started to brush her hair. "See how shiny my hair is? It's soft and silky too. Soft and silky and well conditioned." She shaked it all around in the air. "A woman's hair is her crowning glory," she said. "Want to feel it? Do you?" Junie B and her two best friends. Her bestest friends, as she claims. Okay. After that, she shaked her hair all around the air. "You're getting on my nerves," I said. Just then, that Grace clapped her hands real loud. Junie B, I just thought of something. Maybe Aunt Lola will let you be a shampoo girl too, and so both of us can be shampoo girls together." I did a gasp. "Really, Grace? Do you really think she would? Really, really, really?" Then I hugged that Grace as tight as I could, 'cause guess what? My hopes and dreams was back. After I got home from school, I ran to my room speedy quick. I grabbed my fuzzy Teddy off my bed and I zoomed to the bathroom. My grandma Helen Miller shouted hello at me. She was in the nursery with my baby brother named Ollie. "Hello to you too," I shouted back. "Only here's an important message, 'cause right now I am shutting the bathroom door. On account of that, it is called privacy, madam." After that, I locked the door real secret, and I filled the sink with water. Then I dunked Teddy up and down, and I put the shampoo on that guy, and I singed a happy song. It's called "Dunking Teddy Up and Down and Putting Shampoo on That Guy." Only too bad for me, 'cause pretty soon Teddy's head got soaky wet with water, and he couldn't hold it up that good. I flopped it all around his neck. I stood up in the sink. Teddy's head got soaky wet with water, and he couldn't hold it up that good. It flopped all around his neck. I stood him up on the sink. He was a giant soak ball. I felt sickish inside my stomach. That's how come I wrapped him up in a towel and I hurried up back to my room. After that, I patted his softball head real gentle, and I threw him under the bed with my slippers. I hanged my bed real gloomy. Darn it, I said, I'm not a good shampoo girl either, and so now I can never work at Aunt Lola's with that grace, probably. Just then my dog named Tickle scratched on my door. Go away, Tickle, I said. I'm not in a playing mood. But he kept on scratching and scratching. I opened the door a teeny crack. I said to go away. Don't you ever understand language? Only too bad for me, 'cause Tickle sprang right up and he knocked open the door and he ran into my room. He zoomed around and around in circles. Then finally he got dizzy and pooped. And he flopped on my rug. I looked closer at that fella. I said, your fur is kind of tangly and matty. Only I never actually noticed that before. I tapped on my chin. Maybe you should come to my beauty shop for a turn, because I already had some practice. And so I can do better this time, I believe. I did more thinking. Hey, yeah. And here's another good thing. Dog fur grow back, right, Tickle? And so what do we have to lose? That's what I would like to know. I zoomed to my desk and got my shiny scissors, and then I hurried back to Tickle, and I gave him a hug, and I trimmed his tangly, muddy fur. Chapter 6. The Trouble with Tickle. Tickle did not turn out that professional. His fur was choppy and moppish, plus his tail was a teensy stubby. I tried to push him under my bed, but he wouldn't even go. Yeah, only you have to go under there, Tickle, or else Mother and Daddy will see your fur, and I will be in trouble. Just then I heard walking up in the hall. Oh no! It was Mother. She was home from work. I ran to one real upset. Hide, Tickle, hide, hide, I said. Just then I saw my fuzzy pink sweater. I grabbed it out of my closet and threw it on Tickle speedy fast. Also, I grabbed my favorite hat with the devil horns and I plopped it on his head. All of a sudden, Mother opened the door and I backed up from her. Hello, I said, kind of nervous. How are you today? I am fine. Plus, Tickle's fine too. Oh no, Junie B. There's Tickle the dog and Junie B. Trying to hide him from her mother. I did a gulp. He's wearing clothes, apparently, I said. Just then, Mother walked to Tickle real slow, and she took off his hat. That is how come I quick run out of my room and down the hall and outside into the yard, 'cause I didn't want to be there when the sweater came off, of course. Mother chased me all over the yard. That woman is speedier than she looks. She caught me by my arm and marched me into the house. After that, she sat me in a chair, and she said, "My goose is cooked, young lady." Goose is cooked means that your goose is in big trouble. Only, I don't actually have a goose. Only that was not the time to mention it probably. Just then, my daddy came home from work. Mother had a tale to him about Tickle. Then both of them holiday lectured me. It was called, "What in the world has gotten into me, young lady? Do I not have good sense? Do they have to watch me every single minute?" After they finished yelling, Mother put me in my room, and she took away my scissors forever. And here's the worstest part of all. After dinner, I had to take a bath and go right back to bed. Mother kissed me on my cheek. It was not that sincere. "Yeah, only I'm not even tired yet," I said, "and so maybe I should watch Wheel of Fortune, perhaps." Mother shook her head. "No way. No TV," she said. "If you're not tired, you can lie here and think about what you did today." After that, she shut my door and walked away. I did a huffy breath at her. "Yeah, only I don't have to think what I did today, 'cause I already think about it, that's why," I whispered just to myself. Then I did a teensy smile. And guess what? I think I am making progress. Chapter 7. The Terriblest Trouble. The next morning, I was very cheered up because I knew what went wrong with Tickle. Tickle has dog hair, and dog hair is harder to cut than people hair because people hair is much more tamer. I ran to the mirror and looked at my people hair. "I bet I can cut this kind of hair just perfect," I said. Just then, I heard the front door open. It was my grandpa, Frank Miller. He was here to babysit me before school. I run and kissed that guy hello. Then I zoomed right back to my room and I hollered a message down the hall. "Don't come in my room, okay, Grandpa? 'Cause I want to get dressed all by myself today, and I don't even need any help." After that, I shut my door real tight and I hurried to my desk. Guess what? Extra scissors, that's what. They were in the middle of my drawer where I kept them. I opened and closed them real fast. Then I skipped to my dresser and I combed my bangs silky smooth. And I snipped their ends right off. I peeked at myself kinda nervous. And guess what? I wasn't even ruined. I smelled real thin. I knew I could do this. I knew it. All I needed was practice. After that, I snipped some more bangs. Plus, I snipped some sides and some top and some back. After I was finished, I looked in the mirror again. I did a teeny frown. My bags don't not look even. "Steven," I said. That's how come I tried to even them up. Only those dumb things kept getting tiltier and tiltier. Finally, I got frustration inside me. And I took a whole big chunk and I cut them right off. "Ha! So there," I said. I put down my scissors and looked at myself. I did a gasp. Oh no! My hair was sticking out all over the place. "Sprigs," I said. "I got sprigs." That's how come I started to cry, 'cause sprigs are shorty little sticklets, and they're not attractive, I tell you. Just then, I heard a knock on my door. "Junie B, honey, you all right there?" asked my grandpa. "Okay if I come in?" "No, not okay," I hollered. "I'm still getting dressed, and so please go back to where you came from." Oh no, poor Junie B. What do you think is going to happen during the next couple chapters? Grandpa Miller laughed. Okay, I get the message, he said. I'll go make you a sandwich. You better hurry up, though. I've got to do some errands, so I'm driving you to school today. His feet walked back to the kitchen. I sat down on my bed real upset, 'cause Springs is the terriblest trope I've ever even seen. I'm sorry. Chapter 8, Hats. I didn't know what to do. How could I even go to school? Because everyone would see my springs, and they would laugh and laugh and laugh. That is how come I couldn't stop crying. Only, all of a sudden, a miracle happened, and it is called I spotted my hat with the devil horns. It was sitting on my desk right where Mother left it, and that hat gave me a good idea. I picked it up and put it on my head, and guess what? It hid my sprigs. Hey, if I wear this to school, no one will even see my hair, I said, real relieved. Only just then I did a teeny frown. Yeah, only what if I'm playing on the playground and someone steals my devil horn hat off my head? Then everyone will see my springs, and they will laugh and laugh. I thought real hard. I said, maybe I can wear 2 hats. That way, if somebody pulls off one hat, I will still have another hat left. I spotted my shower cap. It was lying on my chair. I put it under my hat. Yeah, only what if I'm playing on the playground and somebody pulls off my devil horn hat and they pull off my shower cap hat too? Then everyone will see my sprigs, and they will laugh and laugh and laugh. I tapped on my chin. 3 hats, I said. I will wear 3 hats to school, because that will give me a whole extra hat of protection. I opened my bottom drawer and found my ski mask, because ski masks hide your whole entire everything. I put the ski mask on my head, then I put my shower cap and my hat with the devil horns. I looked myself in the mirror. Now nobody can see anything, not even my nose. After that, I got dressed and I skipped real happy to the kitchen. Grandpa Miller's eyes popped out of me. Whoa. You can't go to school looking like that, he said. That's how come I had to tell him a teensy-binsy fib. Here's Junie B in a ski mask. There's Junie B with her 3 hats and her grandpa Frank Miller. Let's continue. Yeah, only today is Crazy Hat Day, and my teacher said we can wear however many hats we want, I said. Grandpa Miller scratched his head, then he watched me eat my sandwich through my mouth hole, and he drove me to school. I skipped into room 9, very joyful. I sat down at the table next to Lucille. Hello, I said. It's me. It's Junie B. Jones. See me, Lucille? See me? I am wearing an attractive hat assortment. Just then, a mini boy named Jim pointed and shouted, Hey, everybody, look at Junie B. Jones. What a goony bird, he shouted. Then all of a sudden, he speeded across, and he grabbed my devil horn hat right off my head. All of room 9 laughed and laughed, because they saw my shower cap, of course. Only, lucky for me, because just then, my teacher hurried into the room, and she took control of people. Her name is Miss. She has another name too, but I just like Miss, and that's all. Miss grabbed my hat from that meanie Jim and she gave it back to me. Then she yelled at all the children and she took me into the hall. Miss bended down next to me. "Okay, kiddo, what's the story here?" she asked. I rocked back and forth on my feet, 'cause I didn't want to tell her the story here. That's why. "Yeah, only I don't actually know what you're referring to," I said real soft. "The hats, Junie B. What's the story with the hats?" Finally, I did a big breath and I told her the story. The Story with the Hats by Junie B. Jones. Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Pinky Gladys Goodsman, and she was practicing to be a beauty shop guy. Only too bad for her, 'cause her stupid dumb bangs kept on getting tilter and tiltier, and that's how come she had to cut them off. And now she wishes she never even Pinky. And that's all the details I would like to share with you at this time. I did a big breath. The end. Miss puts her hands on my shoulder. "Junie B, honey, are you telling me that you cut your bangs off? Is that what this is about?" I did not answer her. Then all of a sudden, Miss took off my ski cap, and I didn't even know she was going to do that. "No," I hollered, "don't." Only it was too late. Miss saw my hair. She hugged me real tight. "Oh, Junie B," she said. "What happened?" I started to cry all over. "Oh, Junie B." "Springs," I said. "Springs happened." After that, Miss gave me some tissues, and me and her sat down on the floor, and we figured out what to do. Chapter 9. Learning a lesson. Finally, Miss put my devil horn hat back on my head. "Here," she said. "This will be the only hat you'll wear today. I promise." After that, we went back into room 9, and Miss told a teensy-wincy fib. "Boys and girls, may I have your attention, please? Junie B is starting to get the sniffles, and so I'm going to let her wear her hat in class." She looked at Meanie Jim. "All day, Jim. She's going to wear it all day, and no one is to touch it," she said. "Not anyone." I jumped out of my seat. "Yeah, Jim, you can't even touch it with your baby little pinky finger. Right, Miss? Right? Right?" "Right," said Miss. "Not even at recess. Right, Miss? Right?" Miss sucked in her cheeks. "Yes, Junie B. Right." And that's why I'm getting a drink at the water fountain, and not when I'm bending down to tie my shoe, and not when I'm walking to the pencil sharpener, and not when I'm plain sitting in my chair, and not when I'm working in my workbook, and not when I'm practicing my alphabet, and not when... Okay, we get the picture," said Miss. I smoothed my dress. Alrighty then," I said real nice. After that, I sat in my chair, and I worked in my workbook, and I played at recess, and I went to the water fountain, and no one touched my hat. After school, Daddy came to room 9 to get me. I was surprised to see that guy. Daddy, I didn't even know you were coming to get me today. And so this day turned out better than I thought. Daddy stared at my hand. All of a sudden, my stomach did not feel good about the situation. He reached out and took it off my head. Then he quick closed his eyes. Lovely, he said. After that, he picked me up and carried me to the car. I tapped on him. Did you really mean it? Is it lovely? Or was that a little joke? I asked, kind of nervous. Daddy did not answer my question. Instead, he buckled me in my seatbelt and we started to drive. We drove and drove for a really long time. Fuck. Finally, we pulled up into a parking lot. I looked at the window. Daddy, hey Daddy, it's the beauty shop. The beauty shop with Maxine, I said. Sorry, it's my dog. Daddy took me right inside, and guess what? Maxine was waiting for me. She did a smile. Looks like someone gave herself a little trim, she said. I felt shy of her. I didn't turn out even Steven, I said, kind of soft. Maxine ruffled my hair. Then she put me in a giant spinny chair and she sprayed my hair with water. After that, she snipped and snipped and snipped. She put gel on my hair and she blowed me dry. I looked at myself in the big mirror. Hey, what do you know? No more springs, I said, real delighted. How did you do that, Maxine? How did you do that? Maxine winked at Daddy. Years of practice, she said. Daddy leaned close to my face. Years and years and years, he said. After that, he lifted me down from my chair. And here's Junie B with her beautiful brand new haircut. Her beautiful brand new haircut. He gave Maxine lots more dollars, and me and him drove home again. After we got to my house, Daddy came into my room with me. He took my extra scissors off my desk and put them into his pocket. Sorry, Daddy. Sorry I cut my own hair, I said. He did a sigh. I know you're sorry, Junie B, he said. I just hope you learned a lesson from all this. I did, Daddy. I did learn a lesson. I mean it. I mean it. I mean it. Daddy kissed my head. 'Cause that guy still loves me, that's why. After he left my room, I looked at my hair some more. It was the cutest hair I've ever even saw. Just then, my whole face lighted up. Hey, I'm the one who got this haircut started. And so maybe I can be a beauty shop guy after all, I said, real thrilled. I tapped on my chin. Yeah, only what happens when I grow up and I have to practice some more? What will I use to cut with? I looked at my desk, very curious. Then I tippy-toed over there, real quiet, and I opened my bottom desk drawer. I searched my hands all around that thing. Then all of a sudden, I smelled kind of sneaky. Because guess what? More extra scissors. And that concludes our story for tonight. Junie B. Jones is a Beauty Shop Guy by Barbara Park. Thank you for joining me today, and if you enjoy these videos, please do not forget to subscribe and like to my channel. Have a good night rest, and I will see you all very soon.